Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today's lecture is about Keynesian model, but this lecture will use mathematical approach to draw equilibrium level of income and employment in Keynesian model, and equilibrium analysis will be done by both approaches. That's by using aggregate demand and aggregate supply method, and also savings and investment method. So let's start our today's lecture. First of all, we will analysis consumption function, that is C, yani consumption is a function of income, and there exists positive relationship between consumption and income. If income increases, consumption will also increases, and if income decreases, consumption will also decreases. ठीक है. And according to Keynes, कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर्स के टू पार्ट्स हैं, यानी कंजम्पशन हैज़ टू पार्ट्स, सी नोड ऑटोनोमस कंजम्पशन एंड सी वाई डी इंड्यूस्ड कंजम्पशन. Autonomous consumption means consumption expenditures at zero level of income. It does not depend on income level. Shows those expenditures that comprises on very basic needs. ठीक है. And small CYD induced consumption, this is that level of consumption which depends on income level. अच्छा, what is YD? YD is disposable income, Y minus T. If we deduct taxes from income, this will represent disposable income. This is the income that we can use to our consumption expenditures and save. This is the income that is at our disposable, that's why it is called disposable income. ठीक है. CYD यानी this is the income level, this is the consumption expenditures which depend on income. If income increases, consumption expenditures will also increases, and if income decreases, consumption will also decreases. Here small c, that is the coefficient of YD, is called MPC. MPC means marginal propensity to consume. अच्छा जी, this will tell us how much of your additional income will be consumed on consumption expenditures. According to Keynes, its value will lie between 0 and 1. MPC cannot be 0 because it is not possible that our income increases and we will not increase consumption. ठीक है. And MPC could not be 1 means it is not, because it is not possible that we will save all our additional income. ठीक है. That's why value of MPC will lie between 0 and 1. ठीक है. MPC will tell us how much of our increased or additional income will be spent on consumption expenditures. ठीक है. And how much of it will be saved. To analyze savings, we will analyze Keynes saving function. According to Keynes, savings will also depend on income. Saving is a function of income. Income is independent variable and saving is dependent variable. Saving has also two parts, minus S node autonomous savings at zero level of income, it shows are dis savings, and small SYD induced savings, that level of saving which depend on income. And if income increases, savings will also increases, and if income decreases, saving will also decreases. Here the coefficient of Y or YD, disposable income, is called MPS. This coefficient small s which will tell us that how much of our increased income will be saved, that how much of our additional income we will like to save, how much of our increased income will be saved. And value of MPS also lies between 0 and 1. It could not be 0, that it's not possible that we will not save any of our increased income, and it could not be one. That it's also not possible that we will not that we will save all our additional income and not consume it on our daily expenditures. ठीक है, so its value will lie somewhere between 0 and 1. And it's interesting that MPC and MPS both are equal to 1, that sum of MPC and MPS is equal to 1. MPC tells us that how much will be consumed, and MPS will tell us that how much of our additional income will be saved. ठीक है, if it is 1 and we assume MPC equal to 0.5, it means an additional $1 of income, its 0.5 will be consumed and 0.5 will be saved. If MPC is 0.8, then MPS will be 0.2, and if MPC is 0.7, MPS will be 0.3. What we all have to remember is that MPC and MPS both are the sum of MPC and MPS will be equal to 1. ठीक है, let's assume a consumption equation that is C is equal to 10 plus 0.5 YT. 10 is equal to autonomous consumption and 0.5 is MPC. In the same way, S is equal to minus 10 यानी डिस सेविंग्स एंड प्लस 0.5 क्या है हमारा, दिस इज आर MPS. ठीक है, here is another concept, APC. APC shows average propensity to consume, average consumption level is equal to C over Y. In the same way, APS shows S over Y. APS shows average savings level is equal to S over Y. In my analysis, MPC, value of MPC is less than APC. ठीक है, let's start our mathematical analysis. अच्छा जी, in this lecture we will perform our analysis using both approaches, aggregate demand and aggregate supply method, and leakages and investment method, leakages and injections method. ठीक है, look at this equation, y is equal to C plus I plus G. Y shows our total income, output GNP, and C consumption aggregate demand यानी aggregate expenditures. Total expenditures comprised on C यानी consumer expenditures, investment and government purchases. This is the total level of expenditures of an economy. And C plus S plus T यानी total income of an economy will be spent on consumer expenditures or saved or will be paid as taxes. ठीक है, और C is same at both equations. Here C and C are same. Difference in this equation is created by S plus T. So where S plus T will be equal to I plus G, that level of income will be equilibrium level of income in Keynesian model. ठीक है, let's assume our equation C is equal to 10 plus 0.5 Y. YD, here C node and small c both are constants. ठीक है, C node is 10 and small c is 0.5 because its value is less than 1. ठीक है, G node, G stands for government purchases, this is G node, I node investment, and T is taxes. They are all autonomous because they do not depend on income level. ठीक है, in Keynesian model they are the variables that are determined by exogenous variables, like G node is determined by government revenues, and I node will be determined by interest rate, by capital prices, and T will be also determined by government fiscal policy. So these are G, I and T are those variables which are not determined in Keynesian model and they do not depend on income. ठीक है, that's why they are all autonomous. Here are their values 10, 10 and 10. ठीक है, C is equal to 10 plus 0.5 YT. YD disposable income Y minus T, and T is value is assumed here 10. So let's make a table. First of all assume Y's values ठीक है. We will assign imaginary values to y 0, 20, 30 and 40 and 50. Column 2 shows taxes level that is same for all level of incomes, that is 10, 10, 10, 10. Next column is yd, y minus t. If we subtract column 2 from column 1, this will represent yd. We assume that taxes are not non-existing at zero level of income, so yd will also be equal to 0. 20 minus 10 is equals to 10, 30 minus 10 is equal to 20, 40 minus 10 is equal to 30, 50 minus 10 is equal to 40. Third column, next column is of C, consumption expenditures, that is 10 plus 0.5 yd. We will put the values of yd in this equation and will get the values of C. If yd is 0, C will be 10. When yd will be 0, C will be 10. This is our autonomous consumption level, that is 10, and it is shown in our equation also. अच्छा जी. Then if when yd is 10, C is 15. When yd is 20, C is 20. When yd is 30, C will be 25. And when yd will be yd is 40, C will be 30. ठीक है. यानी if we put the values of yd in this equation, we will get this column. Next column is S. S is equal to yd minus C. If we subtract this column from this, if we subtract 0 from 10, we will get minus 10. That is 0 minus 10 minus 10, 10 minus 15 minus 5, 20 minus 20 0, 30 minus 25 plus 5, 40 minus 10 plus 10. This shows a positive relationship. Last two rows shows positive relationship between income and saving. When income increases, savings will also increases. And minus 10 and minus 5 shows this savings, जिनको हम autonomous savings भी कहते हैं. This shows autonomous savings, this savings. 0 means saving function will pass through the origin. ठीक है. Next column is S plus T. T is autonomous for all level of incomes. So S means if we add 10 in this column, we will get S plus T. Minus 5 plus 10 is equal to plus 5. 0 minus 0 plus 10, 10. 5 plus 10, 15. 10 plus 10, 20. Here we do not add 10 because we assume taxes to be non-existing at zero level of income. That's here is S plus T is equal to 10. Next column is C plus S plus T. Means if we add this column and this column, we will get C plus S plus T. 10 plus 10 minus 10 is equal to 0. And 15 plus 5 is equal to 20. 15 plus 5, 20. 20 plus 10 is equals to 30. 25 plus 15 is equal to 40. 30 plus 20 is equals to 50. If we notice an interesting thing, that this column Y and C plus S plus T are same. 0, 0, 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50. It means Y is equal to S plus T. Next column is I plus G. Both are autonomous variables. 10 is assumed for I, and 10 is also assumed the value of G. 10 plus 10 is equals to 20. This is for all levels of income. Here I can show you. I assumed 10 value of G and also 10 value of I. Next variable is I plus G. because it is an autonomous variable and does not depend on y. That's why its value is same for all levels of income. Next column is C plus I plus G, that is aggregate demand. Means if we plus this column and consumption column C column, that is 10 plus 20 30, 15 plus 20 35. Yani if we plus C 20 in this column, we will get C plus I plus G. 10 plus 20 30, 15 plus 20 35, 20 plus 20 40, 25 plus 20 is equals to 45, 30 plus 20 is equals to 50. Notice one thing, at this level of income, that is 50, aggregate demand aggregate supply C plus S plus T and aggregate demand C plus I plus T, both are 50. Yani agree, at this level of income, aggregate supply is equal to aggregate demand. This is the equilibrium point of economy. And also at this level of income, S plus T is equals to I plus G. This is the equilibrium point of an economy where aggregate supply is equal to aggregate demand, S plus T is equal to I plus G. Let's draw it diagrammatically. This is our y-axis and this is our x-axis. At x-axis we have taken national income and at y-axis we have taken aggregate demand and aggregate supply, that is C plus I plus G and C plus S plus T. First of all, we will draw 45-degree line. This is the line which divides this quadrant in two equal parts. When this is 20, here is also 20. When this is 30, here is also 30. When this is 40, here is also 40. When this is 50, here is also 50. Means this is a line which equilibrate y is equal to C plus S plus T. So we will call this line C plus S plus T. Okay. Next we draw consumption function. It has intercept at 10 and intersect C plus S plus T at 30. C is equal to 10 plus 0.5 YD. Okay. It makes intercept with C plus S plus T at 30. Here from this table, YD is equal to C at 30 level of income. Difference of both is taxes, because we have excluded 10 minus taxes from because we have subtracted taxes from income. That's why YD is 20 and C makes an intercept at C plus S plus T at 20 level expenditures. Next we will draw C plus I plus T curve. Its intercept is 30, slope is 0.5. It makes intercept with S plus T at 50 level of income. Here expenditures level is also 50. Okay. This is effective demand point where aggregate demand is equal to aggregate supply, yani C plus S plus T is equal to C plus I plus G. Okay. And 50 is the amount of aggregate. 50 is the actual level. It is effective demand. 50 are that level of expenditures which equilibrate aggregate demand equal to aggregate supply, and it also determines income level of income of an economy. Okay. So 50 is called effective demand because here aggregate demand is equals to aggregate supply. And the equation of C plus I plus T is 30 plus 0.5 YD. Its MPC is same and intercept increases because we have add I plus G, that is 20 in 10. 10 plus 20 is equals to 30. 30 plus 0.5 YD. Let's clear it from the table. When income level is 50, aggregate supply is 50 and aggregate demand is also 50. This is the effective demand, actual expenditures which equilibrate aggregate demand and aggregate supply equal to national income. In the second panel, we will perform savings and investment analysis. At x-axis we have taken national income y, and at y-axis we have taken S plus T and I plus G. Okay, this is the S plus T curve which shows a positive relationship with income. When income increases, S plus T also increases. That's why this curve this curve slopes upward. And if we talk about I plus T, it is an autonomous variable. I is equal to 10 and G is also equals to 10. 10 plus 20 equals to 20. Their curve will be parallel to x-axis, and where this curve intersects S plus T, this will be the equilibrium level of income, that is 50, and S plus T at this level of income, S plus T equals to I plus G. Both are equal to 20. So 50. So here we prove diagrammatically that 50 is that level of income which equilibrate aggregate demand equal to aggregate supply and S plus T to I plus G. It is the equilibrium level of income where aggregate demand is equals to aggregate supply and S plus T equals to I plus G. So this is the equilibrium of Keynesian model. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel. Thanks so much. Good luck and bye bye.